As someone who's feeling really stuffy with the change in weather, this is your reminder to not let your physical body determine how you feel mentally, because everything is interconnected. And if you feel bad physically, and then you start feeling bad mentally because you spiral because of your body not being able to do everything that you wanted to do, you are going to feel even worse. If you hyperfixate on the things that aren't working out in your life, they are going to happen even more, because our brains like to be right. And if you tell yourself you're not healthy enough or you don't feel well enough, your body's going to be like, oh yeah, you're right. So here you go. Here's more evidence to that. Your mind and body are interconnected. So if you feel better mentally despite anything that you are going through, you are going to feel better physically. With that being said, happy Halloween. This is your horror tarot reading for the day. Ace of Swords is popping up. Proper communication, speaking to the right people, networking, fear of networking could be here as well. Also a sense of ideas. New ideas coming to the surface, which is very beautiful. In September, we talked about things not working out, and in October, which I do owe you guys a November reading, there's been a lot more opportunities. There's a lot more kind of being tired of the complacency and therefore needing to come up with ideas of how to get out of this situation. They're still here. Those opportunities are still here for you. You're just not utilizing them fully. The King of Swords is popping up. Keeping promises to yourself. Doing the things that you actually tell yourself that you're going to be doing, and aligning yourself with people who do the same thing. If you are with somebody, whether that be friendship, relationship, even family, who tells you that they're not going to do something to hurt you, but they still do, stop giving them second chances. Actions speak louder than words, especially with the King of Swords, but that is more closely related to you. Actions speak louder than words. If you keep telling your brain that you are beautiful, that you are successful, that you are going to achieve everything because you're doing the affirmations, which I am proud of you, but you need to feel them fully, and you need to actually align your actions with those thoughts, with those ideas that you have, because if you don't, your brain is never going to believe you. If you don't align actions with the way that you were thinking and actually truly in your nervous system believe that you are beautiful and that you are successful and that you are confident and that you are going to achieve everything that you want, it's never going to happen for you. You need to start taking your ideas and actually using them. Learn to trust yourself by actually telling yourself that you're going to do the things that you are going to do and actually doing them. Emperor card is falling out. Sense of stubbornness. The Emperor card is somebody who does know what they are fighting for. They are very protective. They are very authoritative. But that makes them very stubborn because they want to protect the things that they love. Be more open-minded, especially with yourself. This is especially important when you are trying to get out of the habits that you have put yourself into. If you are not happy with the complacency in your life, that is a habit. That is the habit that you have built for yourself, and that is a familiarity that you live in, because our brains like familiarity, because familiarity means that you are going to survive another day because you've done it before. That is why stepping into the unknown, even if it's good for us, is so difficult, and that is where stubbornness gets in our way, because our brains like patterns. They like doing the same thing over and over again, because again, the brain knows that it's going to survive if it's done it before. Get out of this level of stubbornness. Stop sitting in the old habits and understand that you have to follow through with the new ones if you actually want your life to change. Quantum leaping happens when you step out of your character, when you do something differently than you have done before. And that is the purpose here. Yes, you're doing the affirmations. Yes, you're doing the manifestation work. But at the end of the day, you're not feeling it fully, and you're not allowing yourself to step out of the familiarity because you were scared, and that is totally fair. But you have to understand that if you are going to be stubborn about getting things done, about doing something differently in your life, you are never going to achieve the things that you want. That is why it's so important to live in the end with manifestations, because that person is not going to be afraid of taking the proper steps forward. You have the opportunities, you have the ideas, now you just have to actually push yourself forward and get things done. Happy Halloween.